West Australian Proverbs on Diesel Fuel, Volume 5. Diesel is the glucose, the highways are the veins. Diesel cars are the red blood cells, so stay in your lane. A jerry can filled with water may sustain a man for a hot summer's day, but a jerry can filled with diesel can take that man to all the water that he will ever require. Man cannot live on bread alone, but your ute can survive on a diet of pure diesel. Every plant and animal has as its dying wish the thought that it may rest under Western Australia, only to rise again as oil, ready to be refined into diesel fuel. Without diesel fuel, there can be no iron ore. Without iron ore, there can be no exports. Without exports, there can be no imports. And without imports, there can be no diesel utes. This is the cycle of life, the samsara of the dunes. West Australians are God's chosen people, and He chose them to drink the milk and the honey of heaven. Diesel fuel. West Australians reject Maslow's hierarchy of needs. At the base of the pyramid is diesel fuel. We West Australians are bound together, not by our common beliefs, common values, or common heritage, but by our common addiction, our addiction to diesel fuel. It far outweighs West Australia's collective addiction to methamphetamines. And God said to Lang Hancock, "Crack the earth with your adze, and I shall grant your people all the diesel that you shall ever require." And so Lang Hancock smote the earth, but all was naught but red dust. And Lang Hancock begged of the Lord, "Hast thou chosen to mock the children of God, the West Australians?" But God said unto Lang Hancock, "Thou shalt dig the rock of the earth by my ordainment. Thou shalt sell this rock to the Chinese, and for what the Chinese pay, thou shalt trade for your daily diesel with the Arab. Does thy child of God understand his Lord?" And Lang Hancock placed his head in God's hands and promised to obey this commandment. The commandment reads, "Thou shalt not covet thy own diesel. Thou shalt take the fat of the land, in what form the Lord giveth, to receive thy daily diesel." And so the Holy Trinity was born, the mine, the factory, and the holy diesel refinery.